You woke up this morning because a machine told you to. Ancient humans never did. For hundreds of thousands of years, nobody set an alarm, hit snooze, or got dragged out of sleep by a sound that feels like a fire drill for your nervous system, and somehow humanity still managed to survive. You know the routine. The alarm goes off. You immediately want 5 more minutes. 5 minutes becomes 10. Then you're negotiating with yourself like a lawyer defending a criminal. You finally get up. You're tired. You check the time. You're already behind. And the weirdest part is that this happens even after a full night's sleep. Modern life treats waking up like an emergency. Every morning starts with a countdown. A clock tells you when to sleep. A clock tells you when to wake up. A clock tells you when you're late. At this point, half of us aren't waking up naturally. We're being extracted from unconsciousness, which raises a strange question. If ancient humans didn't have clocks, alarms, schedules, calendars hanging on a wall, how did they ever wake up when they needed to? And why does it sometimes feel like they were better at it than we are? Here's the thing though. Ancient humans weren't bad at waking up. In many ways, they may have been better. Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherer groups have noticed something interesting. People living closer to traditional lifestyle often wake up without alarms, yet their sleep schedules remain surprisingly stable. Not perfect, not military-level precision, but stable. Because for most of human history, your body wasn't competing against electric light, social media, midnight emails, streaming platforms, or video that somehow turned into 3 hours of videos. Your brain evolved under sunlight, not LED light. Your body learned to follow environmental signals, sunrise, temperature, bird sounds, changes in light. The world itself acted like an alarm clock, except it didn't scream at you. It just quietly informed you that a new day had started. Which sounds suspiciously more polite, but to understand why this worked, we need to follow a real ancient human through an ordinary day. Imagine you're living 20,000 years ago. No alarm clock, no phone, no schedule app, no calendar reminding you that your dentist appointment is in 3 weeks. The sun disappears beyond the horizon, darkness spreads quickly, and unlike today, darkness actually means darkness. Not streetlights, not glowing windows, not a refrigerator shining like a tiny spaceship every time someone gets a midnight snack. Just darkness. Your group gathers around a fire. People talk. They tell stories. Someone laughs. Someone exaggerates a hunting story so badly that even prehistoric people roll their eyes. The fire crackles. The air cools. And something important begins to happen. Your brain starts receiving signals. Less light means more melatonin production. Your body starts preparing for sleep without effort. Nobody decides it's bedtime. Bedtime simply arrives. Hours pass. You fall asleep. Not because a clock says 10 p.m. Because your body feels tired. Now fast forward. The middle of the night. You wake up briefly. This surprises modern people, but it was probably normal. Historical evidence suggests humans often slept in segments. A period of sleep. A short waking period. Then another period of sleep. For ancient humans, this wasn't insomnia. It was just night. You look at the stars. Maybe check the fire, maybe talk quietly, then drift back to sleep, and then morning arrives. Not suddenly, gradually. The temperature changes first. The darkness softens. Birds begin making noise. Light slowly spreads across the landscape. Your eyelids detect it even when closed. Your brain notices. Hormones shift. Alertness increases. You wake up. No explosion of sound. No panic. No race against time. Just awareness. The day has begun. And then life starts moving. People stretch. Children wake up. Someone checks tracks nearby. Others gather food. The group slowly becomes active. Notice something strange. Nobody needed perfect precision. If your alarm today rings at 6:30 instead of 6:32, nothing changes. Ancient humans understood this naturally because survival wasn't organized into 15-minute calendar blocks. The goal wasn't efficiency. The goal was participation. You woke up because life was happening around you. And around midday, something even more interesting appears. Movement. Lots of movement. Ancient humans spent hours walking, gathering, tracking, exploring, carrying things. Their bodies used energy throughout the day, which created a powerful cycle. Activity encouraged sleep. Sleep encouraged activity. The system reinforced itself. Compare that to modern life. You sit in a chair, drive somewhere, sit again, look at screens, then wonder why your brain suddenly decides midnight is the perfect time to analyze every embarrassing thing you've ever said since 3rd grade. By the time the sun begins setting, the cycle starts over. Firelight, conversation, darkness, sleep. day after day, season after season. Not perfect, not magical, but remarkably aligned with the environment humans evolved inside. But then something changed. Agriculture arrived, and agriculture solved many problems. Food became more predictable. Settlements grew larger. Civilizations appeared. Cities emerged. Everything became more organized. But organization comes with a price. Farming doesn't care whether you're tired. Crops operate on schedules. Fields demand timing. Work becomes tied to seasons, tasks, and eventually clocks. For the first time, huge numbers of humans start structuring life around obligations instead of natural rhythms, and centuries later, industrialization pushes that even further. Factories require synchronized workers. Train schedules require precise timing. Businesses require punctuality. Eventually, the clock stops measuring life. Life starts serving the clock. The alarm clock wasn't invented because humans suddenly needed help waking up. It appeared because society increasingly needed humans awake at exact moments. Those are very different things, and that's where things get uncomfortable, because every morning your body still carries ancient programming. Your brain still expects sunlight, temperature shifts, natural cues, but instead it gets notifications, artificial light, late-night scrolling, and a digital alarm designed to override whatever your biology wanted, which creates a strange situation. Human beings spent hundreds of thousands of years waking up naturally. Then, in the last tiny fraction of our history, we built a world where millions of people wake up wishing they could immediately go back to sleep. What does that say? If your body fights your morning every single day, is the problem your body, or is it the system demanding that your body behave differently? If an ancient human watched your morning routine, what would look stranger? The fact that a machine wakes you up, or the fact that you need one? For almost all of human history, the sunrise was enough. And maybe the most surprising thing about modern life isn't that we invented alarm clocks, but that we've built a world where so many people can't function without them.